things in YouTube that I've always been curious about, like the annotations, the video editor, how to make those playlists that I always see. I've never really taken the time to learn or research how, and this class afforded me the opportunity to take the time and do that. I also learned a lot more about the wealth of information and education that YouTube has to offer. I also appreciated how this course allowed me to really delve into some of those special effects with movie making. I teach an after-school movie making class, and I work with iMovie on the iPads with my students, and so being able to take the time and really learn how to use those special effects and editing features effectively was very valuable. My opinion of YouTube has always been pretty strong, but it's been even more validated and strengthened thanks to this course. I feel that students should have access to YouTube. It's free, it's educational, and there's so much out there. It can teach you how to do specific things. I actually had a student come up to me with this big ball of yarn and crochet needles and this huge scarf he had made just this weekend, and I asked, how did you learn to do that? And he said, YouTube. That's incredible. A fourth grade kid can teach himself a certain skill thanks to YouTube. Students will definitely need lots of education prior to it regarding etiquette, evaluating resources, and internet safety, but once they have those skills in hand, access to YouTube should be a definite thing. The next step I'd like to take with my technology coordinator is to hopefully have her open up YouTube to the teachers during school. Right now it's only open after school hours on teacher computers, but just to take the next little step, maybe have teachers access it during school on their computers, just so they can open their computer up to a wealth of resources for this, in turn, the student. I've always included lots of video in my instruction. I found that it's really quite valuable in showing rather than the teacher just telling and telling and telling. I think YouTube has solidified my thoughts in bringing the world to students. YouTube has so many valuable resources, and being in a fairly remote state, not super remote, but fairly remote and rural state like Montana, it's really important that we build background knowledge by being able to bring the world to our students, and we can do that through YouTube. And as a teacher, I want to make sure I give my students those opportunities, and I want to bring the world to them. I learned some really great ways to incorporate YouTube into my classroom. I'm excited about creating some playlist lessons, curriculum-based for my students, and I want to use that YouTube editor to personalize some videos for my students as well. I'm really excited about the movie making techniques and special effect techniques we learned about, because like I said, I do a movie making class, and I'm also planning on teaching adults how to do it as well. I'm really excited about the green screen thing in particular, because I've just started utilizing that and didn't know a lot about it. So the rest is the playlist lessons, and I picked one of the standards to really focus on how it shows it. So the first standard I focused on was the standard 1, content knowledge. Candidates will demonstrate the knowledge necessary to create, use, and assess and manage theoretical and practical applications of educational technologies and processes. So through the playlist lessons, the various needs of learners can be met. This includes the 3 major learning domains, the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. And through creating those playlists, the creating strand of the content knowledge standard is met, and the using strand is met as well while utilizing YouTube to enhance the instructional outcomes for students. The next project I'll focus on is the vlog with closed captioning, and the standard I've chosen to focus on is standard 2, content pedagogy. So candidates will develop as reflective practitioners, and they'll be able to demonstrate effective implementation of educational technologies and processes based on temporary content and pedagogy. So the creating and using strands fit in perfectly with the closed captioning vlog. Selecting appropriate technologies to meet the needs of learners. So if a learner perhaps has a disability where they need those closed captionings, or a student benefits better from seeing the text as well as hearing it, that closed captioning solves that problem right there. Excuse me. Additionally, the flexibility of vlogging allows students to be creative and have choice on how they're going to reflect on or show mastery of the content. So the final video or project I chose to reflect on with the standard was the special effects 2-part video. The standard I chose was 4, professional knowledge and skills. Candidates will design, develop, and implement, evaluate technology, learning environments, and They will do it with a supportive community of practice. So with the special effects video, I was really able to learn how to do some movie effects in great detail. And I've been working actually on a teacher training on how to do movie making in the classroom. And this assignment really helped me feel more confident about how to do that, how to design the learning. Making a how-to video, you need to think of how you're effectively going to reach those learners. When I implement the workshop, all the strands of this standard 4 are definitely going to be met.